Welcome to Amplify, a micro podcast for macrocosmic creators. I'm your host, Karen Curry Parker. My grandmother had a major stroke 10 years before she died. This left her wheelchair-bound and living with limited perception. Before we brought her home to live with us so that we could take care of her, she had a long stay at a rehab center. She often didn't recognize our faces, but she always knew our voices. As soon as she heard us talking in the hallway, even though our voices were muffled through the door, she knew we were there. We all have a unique voice. Scientists can measure your voice sound signature and tell the difference between your voice and someone else's voice. You have a unique voice. And yet, as we grow up, we lose connection to our voice. We learn to modify it, to tone it down, make it more presentable and pleasant. Filter what it says and turn it into an acceptable voice. We say or write the things that are appropriate, that will make us seem more valuable and increase our perception of our ability to play the game and be successful and correct in public. But if scientists were to measure your voice signature while you're saying things you don't really want to say in the name of being polite, they'd still be able to tell your voice apart from someone else's. Being a creator, a relentlessly authentic creator, often means liberating your true voice. Not just having a signature measurable vibration that scientists can assign as being yours, but to make sure that the words you speak or write or the art you create actually matches the unique signature of your voice. For most of us, that means we have to dig deep and remember our true voice. We have to ask ourselves key questions such as, who would I be if I wasn't told to become the person I'm pretending to be? Who would I be if I wasn't the person I was told I should become? Who would I be if I wasn't the person I was told to be? This often begs of us to explore what would we say if we weren't pretending to be someone we aren't. These questions can be profoundly uncomfortable and yet simultaneously liberating. Questions that ultimately can transform your creative self-expression into a passionate, authentic, and sustainable practice. This doesn't always have to be a trauma-riddled deep dive, although if these questions trigger some grief over the loss of your voice, may I gently recommend that you allow yourself to mourn the loss of your voice. The good news is that this awareness can actually allow you to bring your authentic voice back and share it wholeheartedly with the world. I invite you to start this week with a simple exploration that, in and of itself, might be a wildly liberating query. Begin with this question. What do I long to tell the world? What do you want to sing from the rooftops? What do you sometimes have to fight to keep yourself from blurting out at the dinner table? What is your heart begging you to say? Those words, that longing, that's the resonance of your authentic voice rattling the cage where you've hidden it away. What do you long to tell the world? May this week be the week when you begin to remember who you truly are and recover your true voice. What's the next right step for you getting your creative contribution out into the world? You can find us at gracepointpublishing.com. May your voices gain strength. May your vision stay clear and strong. May your creative fire spark change in the world.